All right. So, want to kind of, not want to kind of, what? I want to start off. This is what happens when you take a break from social media. You kind of forget how to talk to social media. Anywho, I want to start posting more on YouTube. Like, YouTube is a corner of the internet that I feel safe in. YouTube is the corner of the internet that I honestly feel like I will thrive in because that's where I spend most of my time. Literally, my analytics will tell you that I spend more than 2 hours on average on YouTube. Not because I'm scrolling, but because I'm usually finding a good playlist and playing it in the background, or I will binge certain content on there that I will save on different playlists whenever I actually have time to myself to actually indulge in that kind of content. So, and it's also been on my to do list and vision board for at least 3 years now. Like, sister, let's get it together. So here I am, getting it together, starting off with baby steps. Not here to do this thing perfectly. I'm just here to present myself to the world, and my community will honestly find me. I'm not really pressing myself to be a specific kind of person anymore to attract myself to a certain audience. And that's what I did before when I was being very visible on really Instagram, honestly. And it was a burnout. It was honestly a burnout. And I was just like, all right, perfect timing. I had a kid and I was a stay-at-home mom for the first year of his life. Like, we were literally in each other's face every day for the first year of his life. And I'm so grateful for that experience, because there's a lot of parents, young little moms out there, first time moms who have kids and not even able to spend, you know, the first month, yet alone 6 months with them side by side all day, every day, because they're having to face the world and go back to work, unfortunately. Um, so just want to have a little chit chat with y'all. I just clocked into work. For those that, of course, you don't know because y'all don't know me. That's silly. We're not even going to start off by saying for those that don't know, because y'all don't know. But what I do for my occupation, I am, make sure my mic is muted. I am a claims adjuster. I am a virtual auto claims adjuster for a major insurance company. Won't say who because, you know, it's against my religion to tell y'all my business. Okay? But just know that I am a claims adjuster, and it is a pretty lonely job, working from home, especially when you already don't have friends and community of your own. I'm sorry, y'all. Ever since we got these house plants, these doggone gnats have been driving me crazy. But anyway, sorry, I like to ramble. But being a claims adjuster, yet honestly working from home, period, can be pretty lonely. Um, so I'm just gonna utilize this time to talk to my friends on YouTube. Wow, you know, I'm somewhat working. But while I'm going through my work here, because I just pulled my computer up. I came in a little late today because I had some appointments to attend to. So most of my voicemails, and it is, mind you, it is Monday. So most of my voicemails have been hit already, except for this one lady who is insanely annoying. So I feel like somebody was being shady and left that voicemail on purpose. Woo! Me and this lady have honestly had a back and forth. Like, girl, at the end of the day, I'm human. Talk to me like you got sense if you need help. You talking to me crazy. That's one thing I need to know, okay? If y'all are ever in an auto accident, do not press your adjuster, okay? They are human, just like you, okay? They have things going on in their personal life, just like you. When I tell you, and I feel like I should start doing a series more about this to let people, like, to gain some insight about auto claims, because it's not for the faint of heart. I'm telling you that. Like, honestly, when it came down to this job, like, this was the end. Like, my son's about to turn 1. Like, literally got this job right before he turned 1. Because I was like, all right, you know, at this point, he could start getting introduced to school. We need money. So it got to a point for like at least 4 months, I was applying to at least 50 jobs a day. That's how trash the job market is. Unfortunately, that's just the way of the world. And just so happened to see this young lady who I was following when I did have Twitter. That's the name that it's always going to be. I don't know what that letter is. It's Twitter, okay? The lady who I was following on Twitter, who normally posts job listings, she just so happened to post this one along with several other. And mind you, I used to save them and like crash apply to all the ones that she would post. Just so happened to apply for this one, did the video interview, had a video, no, it was like a interview, kind of like questions that you would record yourself answering these questions, but it was using the STAR method. Did that, got invited for a face-to-face type virtual interview, did that, and got a position. I was beyond grateful because I had not been working for like maybe 2 to 3 years. So going back into corporate was like, all right, let's do this. Let's get these corporate coins. Okay. I was here for it, especially being in an industry that I had nothing about. And going into it, like with the training and stuff, the managers and the training coaches would be like, oh, you know, I'm not even gonna lie to you, the learning curve is hard, it's steep. Like, some of them like were sharing their stories, how they came from teaching, and they were very understanding. Like, you're not gonna get it the first time. Like, this job really requires more than a year in the position in order for you to really understand what you're doing every day. That's how intense it is. And mind you, I only deal with simple auto accidents. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really deal with the fatalities. I don't really deal with multiple vehicles, all that stuff. I really just deal with fucking fender benders. Excuse my French. I'm working on that. I literally deal with fender benders. Like, oh my gosh, you rear-ended me. My foot rolled off the brake and I rear-ended somebody. That petty accidents, basically. So, going into it, yeah, it was a lot to learn. I've been here for a little over a year. Not too sure where it's going after this, because my goal here was to transfer, and I don't know if that's happening, guys. I received a performance evaluation rather at the end of the year, and it was terrible. I knew it was gonna be bad because I struggled all this year with like keeping my inventory down, with like just a bunch of stuff I struggled with. Like, this job became extremely exhausting for me, and also trying to have a life outside of working on top of dealing with a toddler who's at home. And then this is a demanding phone job. Stress, okay? I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's stressful. It is a lot easier said than done to be like, oh, don't stress, it's just a job. It's just a job. It's a job that I at least want to make sure I'm keeping. Like, I don't want to go into it like, because if I go into it with that kind of attitude of, oh, it's just a job, I'm literally going to treat it just like a job. Like, I'm not going to answer the phone. Mind you, I already don't answer the phone. But I'm not going to answer the phone. I'm not going to respond back to emails. I'm not going to respond back to text messages, eat all that stuff, because I'm just going to treat it just like a job. I am going to at least try. You know what I'm saying? I'm at least putting my best foot forward, knowing at the end of the day, at least I tried. At least I tried to continue to move things forward, to close out claims, all that kind of stuff, okay? All that kind of stuff that the job requires. So now that I've been here this long, I'm realizing that there's a high possibility that I may not be able to transfer out. Yeah. Looking to see, honestly, what's next for me. I am currently finishing up my degree program for business management. And yeah, like I have a business already. I do in-home dog boarding. I started that at the beginning of the pandemic, like right after I quit my job working at an animal hospital. And that's really where the business idea sparked for me, because I was in a high clientele area. People love their dogs and they are willing to spend their last dollar on their dogs. So that to me was a light bulb. So I started my in-home dog boarding business. I gained clients, honestly, before I left, because, okay, smart. And honestly, what I really truthfully want to do is to hone in and focus on my dog boarding business. I'm talking like getting its own facility, even though it may just be like a shed in the backyard, it's its own space. And I really, honestly, y'all, I want to focus on creating YouTube content. Like, I really thoroughly enjoy being engulfed in YouTube. Like, I'm so intrigued by other people's ability to just put themselves out there and create really dope ass videos. Like, I love that aspect of YouTube, and that's why I enjoy YouTube. I could care less about the other socials. I'm a YouTube Reddit kind of girl, okay? I love a good forum, all of that. And I really feel like God is really pulling me and saying, girl, let's do this. Let's do this. You've been sitting on this for so long. I mean, you wrote about this in your journal multiple times. You've vision board about this for forever. Like, let's really do this. You've shown this company your worth for a year and some change, and it worked out the way it needed to. You gained the money that you needed to. You sustained all the things that you needed to do while you were there. You've done. Let's move on to something else. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like that spiritual tug telling me it's time to elevate and pivot. You know what I'm saying? So, in a nutshell, that's just what I got going on, y'all. I know that was a lot. I really feel like I just exposed myself on the first date. And the person sitting on the other side of the table is like, wow, you're an open book. You just laid it all out there. And that's how I want it to be. Like, I want to be able to be myself. Like, I honestly feel like when it came down to me showing up on social media, like, I just became this person. Granted, it was different for me because I'm not used to putting myself out there on social media, like from podcasting to having a t-shirt line, all that stuff. I really feel like I started something, and because I didn't finish, of course, I felt like a failure. So I just kind of like kept going further back into the background to where the point I just like closed the curtains and disappeared. And I'm really at that stage where it's like, I'm tired of hiding. I'm tired of hiding who I am. You know, there's so much more to me that meets the eye. And honestly, I have not talked this much. I'm literally talking to y'all for 15 minutes. I have not talked this much in so long. Like, I don't just sit on the phone with my girlfriends and stuff. Mind you, I talk to my sister. That's like literally the only person I'll sit on the phone and talk to. Most of my conversations are just text messages, and I'm just in my head a lot. So that's another reason why I'm like, okay, I know that there's other moms that are not even moms. Like, I know that there's other women just like me that are struggling to make that connection with other women, that are struggling to even make connections with friendships. Y'all, I fell into, sorry to pivot, I fell into this like little rabbit hole on YouTube about these like, it was like different compilations about women's horror stories about meeting friends on Bumble. Like, are y'all really that crazy? Like, I don't know if y'all seen that side of the internet where women are talking about their horror stories about meeting friends on BFF, Bumble. Like, it's sad, okay? And I miss having a sisterhood. I miss having like really like a true connection with women. I'm literally around my spouse and my son 24/7. And I'm like, where the is the feminine energy? Like, it can't just come from me. I need to recharge. I need to replenish myself. So, another reason why I'm here, okay? So I won't hold y'all too long because I know that was like a lot all at once. So just know, okay, we are not going to be strangers. We're here to be friends. And I love this for us. So drop your name in the comments so I can know who you are. Introduce yourself. Don't be shy. Don't be a stranger, because this is not going to be the first time we're going to sit down and have a conversation. That felt so good to just get all of that out and just to talk to y'all. Like, hey, friend. Tell me about your kids if you have any. I would love to meet them, because before I was a mama, I was Auntie Leisha. So, yeah, this was fun. We gotta do this more often. All right, guys, I'm going to get back to it. Might do another video where I'll talk more about just walking y'all through my day, but at this point, it's 2:30. I'm supposed to be getting off at 6:30. I just need to find my flow because I have 9 claims to get through. 7 diaries, 1 annoying 1-minute, 30-second voicemail to get through, emails I've been ignoring. I just gotta find my flow, especially when my child is taking a nap. So hopefully he'll be asleep for a little minute because my boy got adjusted today, as well as myself. So yeah, I just need to find my flow so I can get this work done, and maybe we can talk later. I don't know. What you think? All right, guys. I hope y'all have a good one. Until next time. Bye. All right, y'all. I just ended my shift a little earlier. Yeah, poop. My kid just walked in and told me he has poop. Yeah, poop. I'm tired. Okay. Yeah, poop. Yes. Mommy will get you your poop soon. Just give me a second, okay? We gotta brush your teeth. I see you got some salmon in your teeth. We gotta get that out. Why didn't the poop go in the toilet? It's kind of gross to walk around like that. Wipe your hands off. Yeah, we gotta wipe your hands off. It's a lot of things you need right now, okay? Mommy will be in there in a second, okay? Mommy? Yes. Daddy? Daddy will be here soon, okay? You want to take that and go in the living room? I'll be in there in a second, okay? Is it 8? All right. Yeah, I'm just really super exhausted. I'm not even gonna lie. That is one of the biggest downsides to, one of the biggest cons rather, to being a claims adjuster. That shit is so exhausting. Like, you're literally talking to people all day. And mind you, I clocked in at like 1 something today. I told myself I was going to get off at 6:30. It is now 5:55 on the dot. And mama is tired. Okay, I am focusing more on honoring what my body needs and not pushing myself to the max when I don't have the max to give. That is like riding around on E, knowing that the gas light is on and you want to blast the AC and go 80 miles per hour on the highway. And you got 15 minutes before you get home and not wanting to stop at the gas station. That's crazy. That's how I be feeling sometimes. Like, literally feeling the weight of the world on my shoulders, on top of just trying to maintain sanity, is just, I kid you not, the older I get.
Why did you poop on the toilet?
Why didn't you poop on the toilet? The older I get, the older my child gets, I'm just like, I have so much grace for my parents. Mainly my mom, because my parents divorced when I was like 3, and it's a total of 3 of us. So my mom like really held it down, raising 3 girls on her own. And I had to work multiple jobs just to make ends meet, and to also at the end of the day have a little bit of sanity for herself. So I don't know like who may have needed to hear this, but if you're experiencing turmoil with external relationships, mainly your parents, and you are a parent, please give your parents, your caretakers, your caregivers, whomever, give them just a little bit more grace, because raising humans is not easy at all. Like, I'm grateful that God trusted me with such a huge responsibility, and he knew I was qualified for the job. But trying to do this job on top of a corporate job, one of them gotta go. And you know, it's like speaking with my supervisor, he always adds emphasis on the fact of choosing your hard. And lately, for me, I have been sitting with that statement, and it's just like, okay, choose your heart, choose your heart, choose your heart. I think I am choosing my heart, and this is not it. Like, working on a regular basis is not the hard that I want to choose, especially a corporate job where you have to meet these expectations that are not realistic for someone who is also raising a child at home. You know, yes, I can put my son in a school, but why even do that to him? Like, why? Granted, we did find a school for him, but it's a half-day preschool. Something's got to give, okay? This job at the end of the day is going to be here, but what matters most is whether if I'm here. Like, whether if I'm here emotionally, hell, physically, just being present for my son is what matters the most to me. And it has always been a top priority for me since he's been born, because I understand what that's like growing up with parents who are just honestly not there emotionally, barely physically, because they're always working. And that is just something that I just did not want for myself. I know we talk about breaking generational curses and all that hoopla, but that is literally the role that I play in this, is breaking that curse of not having an emotional stable parent, yet alone a present emotional parent, if that makes sense. So yeah, y'all, thank you for joining me for my little tangent, my after work tangent. And honestly, I normally do not even get off this late. I'm normally off by 4:30, but because I came in and did like a split shift. Yeah, I'm having to work the rest.
You hear Daddy?
I hear Daddy's truck. Yeah, so like I said, I'm just, really just wanting to show up more for this side of the internet that matters the most to me. And just really sharing what's on my mind and what's on my heart. I know somebody need to hear it. Or if not, you know somebody that need to hear it. So don't forget to share with a loved one. Share with someone who needs to hear it. Introduce me to someone, because we in this together, whether you like it or not. Because it literally takes a village. And I'm here to play my part as part of the village. So I hope y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all in the next video.
I'm going to test this out right quick on y'all. Now keep in mind that I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.